Good morning. The purpose of this video is to provide guidance on how to submit a proper Sofia support ticket in order to quickly deal with issues that may arise in the automated course copy process at the Canvas LMS level. Not all Canvas LMS school integrations are the same, and some may have instructors with no permissions to do course copies, with limited permissions to do course copies, or with total permission to do course copies. The issues that may arise can affect individual assignments, or they can cause the entire course copy process not to work. Therefore, this video will instruct you how to simply bypass the need for that system by making a request directly to the Link System Support Administration in order to deal with any issues. Of course, by all means, please attempt to utilize the course copy system that you have first, and then if any issues arise, please go ahead and rely on this scenario. Now, the first thing is when you're creating a report for us, we are going to need the Canvas course ID of the course in question, the section in question, and that is going to be found. You'll have your URL, and right after courses, it's going to be the very first set of numbers here after your URL. This is incredibly important. This number is how you actually navigate through Canvas courses. Well, let's say if you had multiple, so you can go just like that. That's how you navigate through courses. This number is the number that is in our backend system that we use to find you and find your course. So the first thing we will need is this number here. And what you would effectively do is, let's say that you had a original course, which was an origin course, where your content is, your locker is there, it's perfectly fine. And then you had a destination course that you wanted to let's say, transfer the locker content to. I'm going to just walk you through what we're going to need. So we're going to need this number here. And then what I have here is basically a template of how you would open up the support. So you would come to Sofia, go to our Sofia main page, and you would initiate a support request, or you can actually do that. If you're in Sofia here, you should be able to scroll down here, click here. That's going to open the page. Can't find the help you need, go ahead and click that, and that's going to open up this page here. All right. So once that's open, what you're going to need to do is you can just say moving locker. What do you need assistance with? Moving locker to new Canvas course, or really it's copying locker, because we're not gonna do away with your old locker. We're always going to keep that because you may need it, as is for reasons. So just copying locker to new Canvas course. You're going to put your school. You're going to put a viable phone number where we can reach you. And then you're going to say my original or my previous or last year's course Canvas ID is, and obviously you saw we copied 109. That's the Canvas ID right there. Don't look at this number here. Look at this number, the very first number after courses, okay? Copy this number here. And then the new Canvas ID is, so whatever new course the school has given you or you have, whatever the new ID is for that course, for this hypothetical video, it's 110. You're going to basically say my new course Canvas ID is 110, right? New, and let's go destination, this term, however you'd like to term it, but you should get the general concept here. So the original, where the content is, your old locker is in this Canvas ID number, and the new one is going to be in this Canvas ID number. Now there are a couple caveats to take into account when the copying occurs. Any assignment that is deployed will not be deployed when we do the copy like this. If you do the standard course copy, then your deployed assignments will copy over. But if your school, for whatever reason, they set up their Canvas doesn't allow that, then your assignments that are deployed, so I'll give you an example here. So if we go back to 109, or actually right here, you see these assignments here. they would still, they would not be deployed. You would have to go into Sofia, and you would need to then deploy the assignment. You would have the locker, you'd have all your content in the locker, but you'd have to deploy the assignments on your own. That's very important. So if you had 10 or 20 assignments, you would have to deploy those assignments on your own. And the reason for that is because you're in a whole new term. There's new dates that you may want. Now, one of the things we can do for you, if you like to make things very easy for you, is we can set all the dates on the assignments for the new course. So when we move your content to this, copy it to a new locker, we can set the dates to dateless. Okay, and you can also you can also say set all my assignment dates to dateless. Okay, and that means that the assignments, because they're in a dateless format, they are basically going to be, you can just deploy them right away because it's not going to ask you to set a specific date. But generally, instructors want to set a specific date, open time, close time for their assignments. But sometimes you may just want it dateless. But so if it's set dateless, then you can just hop right in and just start hitting deploy. Or use a third-party tool if you'd like. Some instructors do that, and then you can just automatically deploy it. It's up to you. It's going to make it a lot easier. But generally speaking, if you want them set to dateless, just also include that in the request. And again, this is sort of what a fully made request looks like. This is how we can quickly get you sorted. And it's just, you're going to put your old Canvas ID, the original course, and then you're going to put the new course destination, and then you're going to, just say, if you want the assignments to be dateless, you can say set them to dateless, and we'll make them dateless. And this sort of concludes how to create a Sofia Canvas inquiry in order to get your courses dealt with. There's going to be another video to this series, and that video is going to be how to initiate a back-end course mapping for the Sofia team to handle. And so I'm going to attach that video, and when I send these videos out, you'll get both of these videos. And what we'll basically do is we will show you in that video how to initiate a back-end course mapping. So what you would effectively do is you would effectively initiate a new course mapping that would enable us to complete this process. That's going to be in the second video, but this concludes the video on how to create the requests for updating your new terms course with previous content that you may have used in a previous term.